All right, folks, ready to get back into the action. We got game 2 between Winstrike and Team FlyToMoon upcoming in just a moment. In fact, the draft has already gotten underway, but first, gaze at him. That's Lizard. I'm Kyle, and we're here to bring you into the action in just a moment. But first, who will win?
Who will win? We'll see that,
Very
guys.
creative.
We will see that at the end of this next game or the next 2 games. That's usually how it works out. What do you consider? I'm from Bosnia and I'm a Slav, but I'm not a prophet. I don't know which one of these 2 teams are gonna win.
It's not a gift.
We called Winstrike last game.
We did.
We did, and were we right?
Well, I don't think we.
We said that they were gonna lose, right?
We overestimated.
Overestimated.
Yeah.
Can I go?
I don't even know you're still here.
They can take my salary back. I'm just done.
This is the 5th day. I'm sure you guys might be sick of me. But luckily, we have some of the best Dota of the season upcoming. In fact, it's the first good Dota of the season in a way. It's our first time back since TI.
Winstrike. When they got to TI that 1 year ago, they got there with Chen and Lesh. And now they have Chen and Lesh, and perhaps that's the way to go. Perhaps that's the way for them to win. While the boys FlyToMoon, they have Clock again, but this time it will 99% be played on that top lane position 3 role. While we'll see the Crystal Maiden and the Rubik, the duo of supports.
It's a really early committal to core Clock, though, let me tell you.
Definitely. Very, very early. Not really... I don't really understand why they like picking it so early. Like, one of the things that I have to mention, though, is that Winstrike loves to play it. Like, they play a lot of Clock. They love picking it. So perhaps they're thinking, all right, we're going to ban the SD, Tkunka, and Tiny, and then we're going to snatch the Clock for ourselves. So that's what they're doing, just to perhaps just a deny pick as well. And now if you're Winstrike, you're thinking how to combo this Lesh and Chen. Long time ago, they would always pick Chen with these pushing heroes on mid, such as DK, such as Lesh. And then they would get some late gamer on that safe lane, some hero that can scale really well into the late game. One of them was Gyro, but Gyro is banned out. PL was super good back then. Lifestealer used to be good long time ago. There was a time when Lifestealer Radiance was a thing and he would win you Dotes, but I don't know. I have a feeling that time has passed, and that's one of the reasons why this hero isn't picked as often. However, you don't have to go for that Radiance. If you get him a good vessel, a good carrier, something like a Storm, something like a Puck, you put this Lash on position 4, and suddenly you can melt down these squishy supports. You can just destroy them in a couple of seconds. Rubik and Crystal Maiden aren't really that elusive or tanky enough to survive once that Lifestealer pops out of someone on top of them. And yeah, you could definitely think about the Storm now. Ember and Storm are they're a strange duo, strange partners on that mid lane. It can go both ways. OD, however, it usually doesn't go both ways. It usually goes the OD way. Goes on that mid, imprisons Ember, takes away most of the range creeps with those denies, and it's just an easier lane for the OD than it is for Storm overall. However, now they need someone to carry that Lifestealer on the off lane.
Yeah, but I gotta say, I mean, FlyToMoon's whole lineup, like, where's the physical damage right now? This is a rough Ember game, too. Into OD Lifestealer, Chen potentially pressuring you.
They don't have catch for Ember, there's that. They have actually no real catch besides the imprison into Lash stun, but even that can be evaded if there's a Remnant active, right? So looking at it that way, it's not too hard, and also you could possibly put Ember on the side lane and last pick something on mid.
Wait a second.
Give Arca Meepo. Yeah, give Arca Meepo. That's what I'm thinking too. OD can be problematic on the mid lane though.
True. But I think Meepo is like the only way I see their draft like kind of functioning properly. They need this hero that just wins them the game, right? Broodmother also potential. Really good Brood
They
game.
banned out DLC. You see that ban?
Yeah.
So maybe Brood is definitely something they're
yeah.
thinking about.
I think it's very possible.
And it's banned out. Yeah, you don't want to risk it. You really don't want to risk that Brood being picked up against you.
I think it's
especially
PL.
when you game down, right?
Yeah, PL Naga or Meepo. Like Brood would have been ideal, but that's like the same concept that they'll need to win the game. Maybe a Lycan, but I don't like that idea either. You just get your big Necro infested by Lifestealer, and then he kills it and heals himself.
Another thing that they do play is an Arc Warden on Arc Dotes. He could play that too. We'll see what Winstrike class picks. Possibly they're offlaner or position 4, depending on what they want to roll the Leshrac as. And it's alright. It's an Earth Spirit for no fear, most likely. So we'll have a position 4 Earth Spirit and Leshrac on that offlane. Also, Lil can be played like Earth Spirit. You can play it on Lil, and then it's true position 4, or no fear, and then he's 5. But it depends. Like Chen, I wonder which one of these players is going to take it, as they are both like players that really love to micro a lot. Chen obviously isn't as micro intense as he used to be, but yeah, we'll see. Possibly, it's weird. Both of these players really love Earth Spirit, and both can play Chen quite well. So we'll see what they opt to go for. FlyToMoon last picking, definitely thinking about setting that Ember Spirit on the safe lane, and perhaps picking something like a sniper even for mid versus the OD. It would solve their physical damage, but they just lack utility, and I don't know. I mean, you can call the pick.
All right.
You can call it, but I don't like it. You know, like it's all right, but I don't like their lineup.
No, I don't. I just think it's such low damage, and at a point you could win if you're FlyToMoon. It's not like they're gonna just lose automatically, but it feels like Winstrike having an edge in almost every facet of the game.
Yep.
They'll have better lanes, better roaming, better mid game, better late game. They have easier time finding kills, winning team fights. It just, alas, does feel like it might go to a three-game set here. Winstrike.
I have to agree with Kyle, guys. It definitely does look like Winstrike just have a better lineup, but truth be told, that's what we thought in that first game as well.
That is true, and we were wrong.
And we were
Somewhere,
wrong. So, guys, bet responsibly. That's all I'm going to say.
Man. I don't know what to expect. It's like, this is something that took me a while to get used to, is, you know, I've got to now, like, commentate on a game that I already feel like I've seen before, if that makes sense.
And you know what should happen.
And you know what should happen. And you know it probably
out.
will happen, but I've got to pretend that, you know, for you guys that don't know, like we know, that it's still anybody's game. Because it is. It is Dota 2.
Anything can happen.
Impossible to predict a winner with ease.
It gets harder when you're down in the trenches, in the tier 2 and the tier 3, because really anything can happen.
Anything.
Players just throw. Players just quit games, you know? Anything's possible. Sniper, however, usually wins versus OD. So you should expect to see that. You should expect to see Sniper dominating. You should expect to see Ember rotating very fast off of that lane.
To be fair, Sniper, if you're thinking about the lineup, they don't have any real BKB piercing damage. So a Sniper with like a third on BKB could just, you know, he's not going to die. And now, at a point, you're the strongest hero in the game. Like, Sniper just kills everything.
The thing is, can you set the perimeter around that Sniper? Like
yeah, and the rest of your draft is so squishy.
It's
You've
like you
Ember
have a
Clock, 2
exactly.
in
Ember Clock, like they're not like these heroes that are gonna set themselves around that Sniper and he just beeps from. It's not like a Void that jumps in chrono someone and Sniper is just wailing on them from the high ground. It's not like that. It's more like they want to play their own game. They have their own thing happening. And Sniper, you're on your own to find the perfect position to fight off. Let's say this Earth Spirit Lil that will be jumping on top of you every single time. I think it's just a matter of time where Lil gets the Blink Dagger and then jumps on Shisui with that Lifestealer infested.
Yeah.
And the game changes from there on. Up to that point, I think FlyToMoon do have a shot at least taking some objectives on the map.
Well said. Both teams making moves towards the boundaries. We might actually have a bit of a skirmish here as both teams posture around the bottom set.
seconds to battle.
Our offlane Clockwork just posturing himself around this bounty rune, trying to contest it, no fear. And Lil are there, but they just scouted out that the Crystal Maiden is around as well. And because of that, they move a little bit. They don't want to take way too much damage, way too many nukes. Perhaps they can snatch it with the Earth Spirit, but the Earth Spirit said, guys, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go top.
The battle begins.
And we will have a dual lane on the top lane. On this bottom lane, there are two supports at the moment, but we can expect one of them to leave and go top.
You like street food?
Yeah, I do. I
You
like
ever
it.
eaten nazi lemak?
Never.
Oh man, we're gonna have to find some. It's some good stuff. It's
What is it? What's it about? Tell me more.
It's like
I'm interested.
It's the Malaysian go-to. It's effectively like you take some really nice rice, season it, you put like a little sweet and spicy sauce on it, usually more spicy than sweet. Add a fried egg and some fried chicken.
I think I had
Like
it
street
actually. Yeah,
fry.
yeah, yeah.
It is so good.
Have you ever had a courier?
Slayer. I love it. You have a game advantage, and now you just add so much pressure. Like you get tilted, and if there's a team that would tilt,
There is, but you know what? Iceberg is a guy. He's gonna lose the mid lane, and then he's gonna come back afterwards. For some goddamn reason, this guy, when he's playing from behind, does even better. So we'll see if he's able, if that boxer's mentality is still around.
Well, and speaking of boxing, Winstrike still favored the community with faith in them, even after their difficult defeat in that first game. Of course, if they were to lose here, they'd be eliminated.
My God. How many CS does he have? He actually is having 5 CS right now on that mid lane, even after missing out on those two.
What other street food do you like?
Dude, I can't stop thinking about something else, not street food, now that you mentioned.
What?
I'm hungry, and like I've been in Kyiv for 2 weeks now. And the thing that I would always go and buy with my girl is like these packages of salmon, salmon steaks, but like fresh, not cooked or anything. And I would take some avocado and salmon in the morning and make some bruschettis with that.
Really? You don't cook it? You just like...
just like that, raw. I'm just...
Can you stop? Now I'm so hungry now.
I'm so hungry. Why did you start this?
The game just started.
Why did you start talking about this, man? It's your fault.
Speaking of food, though, I think people underestimate how easy it is to make certain things delicious. Like your bruschetti, right? How hard was that? And it's also
5 minutes. It wasn't even hard because I wasn't making them. That's what makes them even better.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Forget about it. In Bosnia, we have like 2 or 3 meals that are like made to perfection. They're very simple, like these little meat rolls, but man, they're so delicious. And it's basically street food. But people enjoy them quite a lot.
So you love meat rolls?
Yeah. Meat. I love meat, man. Give me some meat.
I can get behind that. FlyToMoon. Looking to close out this series in style. Already 8 denies on the Clockwork down bottom, but I think a few of those are cogs. Lil rolling
Always
forward, finds always want to fry. The kick back. Oh no. The communication not quite there. Always want to fly. Should survive. They've got to tank this together. I don't think that's the play. Arc Dota.
Arc?
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? What?
He had Fairy Fire and sticks. Fairy Fire and 7 sticks. He survives, he takes a kill there. But instead, he dies, feeds the first blood. By the way, that courier kill on the mid lane did not stop Iceberg from having 13 CS versus a sniper which is having 15. And by the way, guys, usually you should expect sniper to do a lot better on this lane. Well, just suicides.
I think it's fair. Later levels, I agree with you, sniper. It starts to take over, but for now,
a couple of raid bans, you mean?
Yeah.
Couple of raid bans and sniper is going to start dominating that mid lane. Flow, cogs the Nikes away to deny that one creep. Well, No Fear is messing with Slayer here in the river. Like, it feels so bad for a Chen to not find a good creep to rotate with. Top lane, Arc. Let's go. Round 2. They miss the stun. They go for... He uses the Fairy this time around, but Edict is still kicking in. Now Lil rolls into the tower, which should get this kill for them. Yeah, they do get the kill in the end. So they make a small comeback on that top lane, but it shouldn't have even gotten to that. Like, they should have been winning it already.
I think you make it sound easier than it truly is, Lizard.
It's my job. Make people think they can play this game. Make them go into a pub, realize once again.
You know, there's some pro players suffering under that same delusion. Not going to name names.
Lil has been called onto the bottom lane. He instantly rolls into flow. Can't kick him back. No, he can't. As battery assault has been used. Does secure them 2 bounty runes and 1 on that top lane. So pretty good, 3 for 1.
3-1 is the score. As Winstrike try and ensure that they're not taken out here. Mofir looking to get something started. Is ganking mid with Lil, who lands the stun.
And kicks him back.
This is almost certainly a kill. Is it? Wait, hold up the Nova.
Is.
Yes.
Flow, however, is there to try and turn it onto the OD, and they get the counter kill. So the sniper does fall, but he falls first, so it is a little bit Iceberg
And they had to rotate an extra hero too. Lifestealer's free to CS alone down bottom.
Yeah, overall a victory for Winstrike.
It's one of the issues with picking core clock this early is you actually can't really do anything to a Lifestealer ever. You're just immediately counterpicked.
But that's their problem. They picked the clock and they continued their draft with 2 supports. So you knew exactly what that clock is going to be. Even if you pick the clock that early, at least don't pick your 2 supports instantly after. So you leave the enemy thinking, all right, this clockwork can be 5, can be 4.
Oh, nice job.
Yeah.
4-2. Lifestealer, top of the net worth charts.
Oh my god, no fear. He has that nasty creep to go with. Slayer, however, is in a good position. Also surprised that No Fear didn't stick around to that camp to pick up another Mud Golem, which gives him 3 stuns instead of 1. Cool, man.
Surprised he took so long to rage. The moment you get cogged in, I feel like you should just pop it. He's starting to move towards the bottom half of the map now. Shui, a really nice shrapnel into the stun. He is just in time. No Fear falls.
Shisui gets that kill, moves back to mid lane. Already has Gloves of Haste flying to him. 3 raid bands and is moving towards that Midas because it's so good with the cooldown talent on the sniper. You love to have that Midas. Arc Dotes, he does not respect Non Grata. He does not respect the Edict, but Non Grata as well does not respect the power of a level 6 Ember Spirit.
Triple Remnant to the
instantly dies. Triple Remnant leaves him. Yeah.
But why are they getting... I always want to fly, man. This guy has a death wish.
Yeah.
It's the second time now I've seen this safe lane of...
That raindrop messed with them. Iceberg, he had enough damage, but with the raindrop there to stop it, he messes it up. Also, always want to fly. Could have ran to the river there after surviving, right? But instead he runs to the right side, back into Iceberg's hands. Arc the Oats and always want to fly. The top lane.
Bottle refill.
Always want to
hey.
Hello.
Oh, you're still here. Oh, no.
But they might fight. Clock is rotating in as well. And
oh, he's just going deep. Oh, what a play. They're going straight for Iceberg. He'll die. Really nice turnaround. Well played by Flo. He's now switching his attention to Non Grata, who's got to get away. The sniper assassinate is en route. There it is. Arc Dota looking to follow up. Lil's got to be careful as well. Ooh, the
another
stun will
kill,
whiff.
and now Lil as well.
Oh, the courier. What a beast. Man, these guys are on fire. FlyToMoon just playing better Dota right now. And I got to say, Winstrike, you ever, you know how if you spin a top?
Oh, he might get him. One more hit.
Oh, my.
Oh, the stone.
From downtown?
Oh, get him.
Booyakasha. However, No Fear now in the middle of the shrapnel and in trouble.
Yeah,
will
Lil
die.
came too, but they will not go for him. No Fear, what he did there is, instead of right-clicking clock one more time, he enchants another creep, dominates another creep so that the golem disappears, spawning 2 extra golems with the stun, and one of those stuns ends Flo's life. Iceberg on the mid lane when it comes to net worth, 1.2k behind the sniper, something to be expected. As Sniper not only is stronger on that lane, but has played a little bit better too, and his team overall is giving him some kills, some extra kills. Nikes yet to be found. in the land of Dotes as he's farming away on that bottom lane towards his Radiance. Well, always wanna fly is just covering his Ember Spirit. I don't think he necessarily needs to cover him any longer. That Ember Spirit is a very difficult kill, even with the silence from the Earth Spirit.
We shall see.
Dire are scanning.
Winstrike, looking to make something happen around these bounty runes, perhaps. Except up top, it's FlyToMoon. They're going to look to invade. Don't think they'll make it in time. Actually, going to go for non-grata.
Oh,
another
that's
stun miss. Oh, no.
And non-grata is stuck now
Oh,
on the cliff.
no.
He does have a TP
He's going to
though.
get stunned now, isn't he? Nope.
Oh, nope.
They didn't get the ult off. I don't think the shrapnel was giving vision. Now Dota is going to remnant behind. Non-grata only level 6, man. He has had a rough go of it.
Yeah, and they started off well. They started off with that kill on the Ember Spirit. But then again, it didn't really matter as all the next kills came in the way of FlyToMoon. They were winning.
We'll have a
that
nice mech timing, though. It's going to be up in probably about 3 minutes or so.
Nice mech and level 6
Yeah, exactly.
on the Chen. It's going to matter quite a lot as they will gain so much sustain from that. But they'll have to play around this slash.
They're thinking I always want to fly, man.
Is this really the
not his
kill
day.
that you want to go for? Oh,
nice
the
hammer,
silence
or
was
is it?
so good.
Clockwork, looking to
Yeah.
get aggressive here. Dota's got a ton of damage coming out thanks to that flame. But what the hell?
What? Arc?
Arc.
Well, that was interesting.
All right.
Flow, searching for a hook. Does he really want to do this? That's the question.
They have
Has
a
no
shrapnel.
fear, is level 6 and has ulti.
Yeah. The Clockwork sniper synergy is crazy. But keep in mind, there's no life stealer in this game at the moment.
Yeah.
He's just free farming bottom. Has the Midas up, going Radiance next.
The problem in that fight as well is Clock boards instantly into the silence from the Earth Spirit, and then he can't hook, and OD just got him very low, so he couldn't even fight afterwards. Needs to go back and shrine.
Dire's bottom
Meanwhile, Coolman just takes down that tier 1 on the bottom lane. And goes back to the jungle to farm his Radiance.
Dire's middle
A little moving forwards. Again, always want to fly, dude. This guy is just always trying to die. They go up to the high ground. There is an active shrine, so that Magnetize will just be immediately healed.
There is a meme about his nickname, like in CIS, always wanna die. It's been around for quite a long time. And they have smoked up.
Dire's middle tower
Always
is
wants to
under attack.
kill right now as they find no fear first. He has that mech and ulti, but he uses it. Alright, if he uses the sticks, he could use the ulti too, but he doesn't. Instead, he saves it for some better occasion. As Dota is going for Lil on the mid lane, but OD is there now as well. And Lil, with the silence, will they have the damage here? Let's see. No silence actually available. Dotes messes with Lil with the Sleight of Fist, but does
Dude.
fall in the end.
What is happening? That's the third or fourth. That's every Death Arc Dota's had is just him being too aggressive and just getting caught in no man's land. It's by his own decision almost. And also, it's Armlet after Midas. I take that back. I like it in this game.
It's
It
good.
means he'll hit a faster timing. They can
And
play
also-
really aggressive
Yeah,
mid.
and he'll be able to jump on these supports, right, and just take them down, or the sniper with the clock, or yeah, with the Earth Spirit. Yeah,
I heard that. I know what you did there.
yeah,
You messed up.
I messed up.
Oh,
No
Mangata
grata.
might have messed up. Flo's going to push him back into Always Want to Fly. Chen ulti will pop, as
Will
will...
it save him though?
Yeah,
It
no.
will not. Always gonna fly though with that edict. Flow is sticking around to eat some of that damage, and he does save the poor little Crystal Maiden in the end. But here comes Coolman. He's angry. He's fast. He's there.
The creep wave isn't.
Yeah.
And then immediately gets taken down.
He can continue farming though. That's the deal. Has that Midas. Has the Rage. Can't really be threatened by these heroes of FlyToMoon, so he
Nope.
chills around. Iceberg, however, the courier is flying towards him. Usually when he goes for this 3-0 talisman build with the power treads, he wants to create a lot of space and he's not going for Midas, but let's see what he picked up.
Force staff.
Force staff, yeah.
Necessary, right? You're going against the clock. It's already a good item on OD.
Yep.
Becomes necessary once you're against that matchup. Oh, whoa, Sniper,
Sniper,
hello.
hello, sir.
What the?
Shisui. He's just dead.
FlyToMoon's like not really playing with the highest amount of awareness at the moment. Cores just continue to die. Got a TP in from Arc Dota, trying to make moves on the Chen. Tanks the silence, jukes the stun, or the rock rather. Now just kind of forced to back away. Surprised he came here in the first place. Also, what was Sniper doing? He just wandered over. You have vision, you know that there's heroes in the vicinity. Like, you're the target.
And he has no mobility as well to work with, so if he just comes anywhere close to that third spirit, you're dead. And he most certainly did die so easily. By the way, look at the net worth. That sniper is 2,000 gold behind the Nikes. And that's a sniper with a cooldown reducted Midas.
Arc Dota, he doesn't have cooldown reduction, but he is going to just stand on top of no fear. Always want to fly, has died. No surprises there. Ult coming out onto the Chen. He'll survive for the time being, and in fact, it does look like he live. Oh, kicked back into the action. Lil with a nice cross there,
Yeah,
but Arc Dota still had remnants.
No Fear has those two little centaur farts following him around. They give you magic resistance. That's it stacks.
Yes.
So it's pretty good. Only gives you 5 each, right, on the heroes.
Something like that.
Still good though. And when it comes to odds, Winstrike definitely favored in this game. They definitely are looking like the stronger team at the moment. But when you're playing versus a sniper, you mess up a couple of these high ground pushes and the game lasts forever. So we'll see how it goes. Cool man munches on always on a fly. See, it's taken that first position on the network charts quite convincingly right now. 2.5k ahead of that sniper.
How many times has Siam died? I love the aura strat.
Too many times. Lil with an infested Nikes. We'll see Slayer here. Is that the kill that they want to go for? They don't have to because Sniper is around, and if he shows himself, that Infest will find a much better target.
They know he's in the area too.
Oh,
no.
Now Lil TP's
Ember
away.
Spirit? I don't think you're going to catch him, or are you? They're going in. They got the stun. They got the silence. I think Ember might die up top.
Nah. They don't have the damage, the two of them, right? The silence just doesn't last long enough. But if they found that sniper, that would have been so easy. But now look, there's no Nikes.
Yep.
There's no Earth Spirit you can fight.
You're going to find kills here. Looks like at least, or should I say, Nangrada's going to find a kill. Ultimate popped on him, but not.
He's
oh,
dead.
there it is. Always want to fly from the rear. Arc Dota here now. Shishui's got to be careful.
Yeah, Earth Spirit and Nikes have
Oh,
arrived.
Chen Heal
finally.
stolen. Roll
There's a roll.
forwards. Hey, always want to fly. Guess what? He's died.
Once again. But that's just the Crystal Maiden. Oh!
Oh,
Oh!
whoa.
Slayer does
Whoa.
have that ulti to work with, remember.
He didn't.
Does use it.
He
but
doesn't work. He was banished.
Yeah. Oh! The high ground miss happens. And the sniper survives. Very unfortunate for Iceberg. As Arc Dota is the next one in line to try and fight them. Which he does. And he survives. So that's good. Clockwork porting in. Actually, it's the sniper.
It's a wild game, man.
Yeah, it's just definitely well said, just wild. Chen giving a lot of sustain to Winstrike. You just have to respect this pick.
Yeah, and also just the lack of farm on the Ember Spirit, right? Those early deaths kind of crippling his output. Like, he just doesn't seem useful in these fights. Gets all of his spells off, but there's just not enough damage. And up, tanks the Remnant, tanks the stun. Are they going to go for this, Lil? No, thought about it. Lots of damage. Dude, this Leshrac, even with such a rough start, he just does so much damage,
And
man.
he bought an Atos as well, so he brings some extra control to his teammates too. That Atos as well, just tanking him up a little bit. Something like Yules would also be good for control and for resetting the fight, but it doesn't give you strength like Atos does.
Winstrike smoked up, looking to make some action happen. Roshan could be a play. Arcane Rin has spawned top. If only it were a DD, right?
Well, Arcane is also just as good for
Oh
the
yeah,
Leshrac.
you have almost permanent edict up. It means tower pressure and team fighting is incredibly easy. Love this wraparound. They're going to smoke all the way through. Probably won't find anything, but they are going to look to place a ward.
Look at Shisui. He's just so afraid on that high ground.
They know something's up. The shrapnel goes down. And that's necessary. You always have to play that behind like that next tower. Otherwise, you're susceptible to that exact smoke move.
That was a good read by them to stay on the high ground and wait it all out.
Well, they're going for Sniper. They found him. Somehow Kuman has gotten into melee range, and that's just a dead Sniper. OD ultimate pop, not even necessary. They
What
find the...
exactly was he doing down there?
I don't know, man. His positioning has been real questionable.
I mean, you still don't have a force. You don't have a blink dagger. You don't have anything like that. You need to keep your distance. The way he's moving around, like, I got surprised by the fact that they actually waited around that high ground for such a long time. They devoured that ward, they broke the smoke, it was perfect. They dodged the fight. And then you just move downhill and try to fight them. Curious, just interesting plays. Bounty runes on top lane. One will be taken by Coolman, or will it? Yeah, it will. Flow tries to snatch it away with...
Oh.
Oh,
man.
Right, Lil. Mistakes have been made. He's dead there. At the same time, always on the fly. Guess who? Guess who's dead on the other side of the map?
I can't believe he only has 6 deaths. It feels like every time the camera pans to him, he's about to go down. He does fall. Oh my god, not again. He's just dead. And now Flo... What's happening, man?
When you pick the sniper, you have to have, like, the best positioning possible. That's the only way this hero works. If your teammates are not around you, you have to position yourself like flawlessly. If you step out, you'll die, and he's stepping out quite a lot recently. That Shen is going to have that level 2 ulti now. He's moving towards level 12. Has the mech as well.
Don't sound so excited.
Okay, he won't have level 2 ulti.
13K
Doesn't
net worth.
take it.
This is what I mean, though. This one was tough. Like, did we not see this coming? FlyToMoon, the degree of difficulty to win this game with their draft is just so high. And they've just made too many mistakes.
I don't even know what is the plan for them. Stay on high ground and defend. That's it.
Yeah, you can't play offensive.
You can't leave the high ground. Always on a fly. Once again. Once again. Top lane, iceberg.
Initiation, they're going for him.
Missed.
He's got blink. Yep, but he will come out into the cogs. Shouldn't be able to take him down. Lil rolling forward, though, and lands the preemptive silence. Really nice job. Will it be enough damage is the question. Answer, yes. Pow.
The answer is yes.
Yeah,
it does fall. They lose the Ember, they lose the Crystal Maiden, and they will lose this tier 2 as well as soon as the creeps arrive and the protection is gone.
And I think the answer to who will win this game, and is it Winstrike, is also yes. The question is just going to be how long does it take?
Exactly. Because my point of view is this. Even if you manage to defend your high ground for a long period of time as a sniper, which you can do, you have Fate Bolt, you have Crystal Maiden, you have Sniper, you have Shrapnel, you can defend high ground. But it will be very difficult for you to take the fight anywhere else on the map, but on your own uphill. And
that's just not a good place to be, stuck inside your own fountain. If you'd like to stay alive, as always wanna fly has found out to his dismay multiple times this game. He did get that ward down, you know. He died trying to do it the first time, go straight back.
It's the life of a position 5 player, die for a ward.
Oh, hang on. It's a defensive Astral, will he be able to blink away? Answer, no. Iceberg in a ton of trouble, just actually dead.
He's gone, he's dead.
It's an aggressive Astral, I believe it is. Always want to fly right on top of Lil now, who I believe will also pay for it with his life.
They will take the rush.
Oh, Dota, they're hooking. Oh!
Coolman takes it.
Got everything.
Yeah.
Flo is also getting everything. Tanks the damage, he'll die. Dota, does he have any remnants left? I don't know, but man, Sniper packing a powerful punch from the high ground. They did not notice. That's the danger of Sniper, right? All of a sudden you're getting pew-pewed and you didn't even know. Chen, trouble? Will he live? Yes, for now.
I believe this is the second time, let's see if Ember survives, has that one remnant. This is the second time in which they mess up their combos and their ultimates. Like Ember remnants in, and Clock, instead of hooking anyone else around him, he hooks the Ember, which means he doesn't stun people. And they're just chilling there.
Very, very unfortunate. If they had gotten the Aegis, maybe the Roche kill could have been big, but As you can see, Kuman just running away with it, and a lot of this is the early game. There were tons of rotations, and sure, FlyToMoon picked up a bunch of kills. It was 10-5 at a point, if you recall. However, it was 4v5. Lifestealer just bottom, rushing Midas, free farming, and pays dividends.
It was 4v4 often as well, as always when a Fly was dead most of the time, as he's about to die once again too. He's creating space at this point, 200 gold given to non-Grata, but not a lot of experience. Still though, you might want to stop dying. Eventually. It's good for you. Dying is bad, killing is good. That's what you should do.
That's pretty dark.
It's the way this game works, man. What can I say? I didn't make it.
Oh, nice job. Oh, that was very smooth. An immediate infest. Lil blinks down. They find that kill.
And that's the blink that I was talking about. And I was expecting this game to go much better for FlyToMoon until this blink comes. And I expected this blink to be the turning point. But they got to this stage of the game while they're still dominating and winning it. And that's why Winstrike's probability of success and winning are so high on these GG.Bet odds. Top lane, they don't manage to silence him. Because of that, Ark turns towards Lil and hunts him instead, but let's see if he actually has enough damage. Oh, what?
If you're keeping track at home, that's the 4th time Ark Dota has died by simply walking at enemies that then punched him. Hey, look who it is.
And if you're keeping track at the Crystal Maiden.
Oh my goodness, this one is...
Flow with a good save on Shisui. First time that he has allies around him, saving him once the initiation happens. This is what they needed to do a lot earlier, sadly for them, as it might be a little bit late right now.
They keep the catapults alive, just want to make sure they're able to push this tower. That backdoor regen becoming an issue. That's the tier 2, and I'd love to see them just go high ground. I think they might. This Lifestealer, man. It's tough to do so. You are going up against a sniper just railing at you.
But you have a lot of sustain, you also have ages, so you don't really care way too much if you die once. But they will have all 5 heroes available very soon. Ark wants to go in.
Oh, got him once.
Got him once, and also no fear is that Flow with that rocket snipes him. And now they can turn, now they can go. And this is the high ground defense that we were talking about. You can't TP away because you don't know if there's a hook available.
Nice shot by Lil again. Oh, whoa! Immediate hammer from Iceberg, draining mana. Looking to get aggressive here as Lil just actually blinked forwards, straight on top of the sniper, who dies. Slayer, trouble, trying to do what he can. Pops the Nova, he always on a fly. He's dead again, and that is a 3-man wipe.
That's it.
Ooh, looks like a 4th, and yeah, I agree. This one may be in the books. Winstrike, they are not giving up yet. They're going to force that decisive game 3 if they can just close this one out.
You can defend the high ground, but the moment you go down, you die. Even if you're hunting, you're actually just being baited, because as that sniper, you need that BKB before you go to low ground, and the BKB is quite far away.
What's this AC on this Lifestealer as well?
Moves back towards that top lane. Bottom lane, that is high ground. He has Desolator and Hyperstone. Hits the tower, kills it, goes towards range Raxes.
No H's though, you gotta be a little careful. I like that decision. Just the gold. Roshan will be up in a bit. You've already got the tier 3. Just kill a range Rax, kill a Shrine, boost your gold, finish AC, get the BKB on Lesh. Maybe one on OD. He's got it. So yeah, you're just ready to go after that. No need to throw. You don't, as you said, inside the base, FlyToMoon, very formidable. Outside, not so much. Not necessarily, yeah, it's similar if they were on the moon, right? They can't survive in the harsh conditions, but perhaps in the bubble. Oh, mistook. Iceberg in some trouble, does have that BKB, but it's a really long-lasting lift, and yeah, he gets 100 to 0. No Fear does not heal him in time.
Now No Fear is in problems too.
Oh, hey, well, hello.
It's not only No Fear.
Oh, whoa, shit, oh, there's a friend in there, uh-oh. Gotta get the hell out of here.
There's a bunch of them there. 12 buybacks.
CM's getting 2-shot.
Well, she will fall in the end as Lil jumps in, kicks her in the face, and she dies. Cool, man. Earth Spirit. Just appearing around that Chen. And Lesh as well, who was around. Suddenly the whole team, Power Rangers assembled.
And they move so fast around the map. Looked great for FlyToMoon, then all of a sudden,
Oh,
it wasn't
suddenly
two,
didn't.
two
Yeah.
supports. Yeah, it's just Kuman, man. This is what happens. And this is exactly what I'm talking about when we discuss the proper way to play support and how certain cores perhaps need to rotate, others don't ever want to. In this game, Kuman just doing work for his team by simply sitting in that free lane bottom and free farming. That's all he had to do. Rest of his team constantly making action. Sure, they died. They died a lot. But it's space. And with this combo, man, they've played so smooth around the map.
Yeah.
Almost got him.
Almost. Not quite. As he TPs away. They waste some time and infest. But if you're playing on FlyToMoon right now, you're just paranoid. You're playing 4 Protect 1 pretty much. As you're moving. Like you can see the way they're moving around their sniper. And sniper is still on the high ground. Still so far away. Iceberg pops that BKB. Crystal Maiden already dead. Didn't even see her. Now it's time for Flow to die as he does not have that buyback, remember. Oh, maybe with that hook he can get out. Should probably use the cogs and TP. He does do that, but Iceberg
nice blink.
blinks into the cogs, banishes him, and now Flow just dies in a couple of hits to that big bad Iceberg OD. Basher also completed for Kuman, waiting for him in the base once he gets that courier. Clock is significant when it comes to this defense, but Sniper is the most important one. And let's see, there's a silence on the Ember and he's just gone. Slayer as well, chased by Nongrata with that BKB. The next one to fall, and now the Raxes, they cannot run. They just get him. They turn their heads towards that mid lane without any fear. They move there next, but they do drop down low. But who cares? There's a Chen. He has the sustain. He has the heals necessary.
Kuman just pops out. Immediately kills off the creep wave. Heals himself to nearly full. By nearly full, I meant half HP. Another Rax to fall. Surprised FlyToMoon are still sticking with this one as they are going to go down 2 Rax at just 31 minutes in. Slayer gets the lift. Might actually be able to take out Iceberg here, who actually just pops the BKB, but now he can't put himself under and he dies.
Yeah, and there are 2 BKBs there on the side of... well, 1 BKB, and I believe that was a Rage from Slayer, right? So he couldn't hit anyone. He couldn't put himself under, so he was just useless there.
And you can see, look at the first 3 picks of this draft for FlyToMoon. They are the bottom 3 net worth, and this is the concern when you open it in this manner. You're not giving your draft any versatility. You're not abusing the fact that Clockwork can be both a support and a core. And in addition, they're all low HP, low damage. There's just not much you can do without
They're just
without an edge.
low.
Yeah. Speaking of low.
Good force staff to the low ground. But no
What always want to fly, dude. What is it? What is this man on?
He's baiting the BKB, which is successful as he didn't die this time around. And now Arc Dota is around too. Nongrata doesn't get the chains there on him. Sleight of Fist did connect, but no chains from Arc, and they need to retreat. Lil is infested by his buddy. His buddy Nyx right there, waiting for a fight to break loose so that he can jump in and take down that sniper, who did become a problem recently. He's still keeping up when it comes to network, but... Oh, the lift is there. Nyx is still inside. Now he pops out, but he's stunned. He eyes up Shisui, runs straight into him, but the BKB has been popped and always want to fly. It's just he's doing something.
Back. He's back. Flow, though. He's trying to get back, but there's nowhere to hook.
No buyback for him to come back. Slayer is hiding here on the low ground among the trees where they cannot see him. And Iceberg is actually just waiting on the high ground. Now he turns towards Roche, as they know it should be up pretty soon. Actually will be up in about 30 seconds.
They're just trying to spam it out, but you gotta be careful here.
They don't know that Roche isn't up, and because of that they're trying to get in. Arc! Hey, sir. Arc. Buybacks. Comes back in, but the sniper has no BKB. Is 100% dead. Always wanna fly. Also bought back. Is in the middle of the fight, where Kuman is as well. And I believe Nyx is stronger than a Crystal Maiden, as he demonstrates that right there. goes down mid.
What?
No need to go. I don't know.
What's happening with Dota, man?
He had some very questionable remnants here and there. I don't know. He's a pretty skilled, talented player, but this is definitely not. This hasn't been his game. This hasn't been his performance of a lifetime, let's say. As they are losing all the Raxes, and we're just waiting for them to call it. We're going into game 3, boys and girls.
I've been waiting for them to call it since the draft, to be quite honest. Mega's up. I think it's time to GG out if you're FlyToMoon with 3 heroes still dead. Maybe they're talking about this one. Nope, they're going to go for it. One more defense, I suppose. Sniper buys back. Lil gets a passenger, and he's going to look to dive in. Dota dives out as they've lost 1 tier 4. Winstrike starting to work on the second. Iceberg blinks in, finds the sniper with the Astral, gets hooked. It will be 2-man Cog. Lots of damage coming out, but oh, look at that, the Abyssal Blade. Kuman, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Sniper dead.
That's
GG called.
Yeah.
Child's play. Winstrike dominating.
Yeah, the drone falls, and we're going into game 3. Non Grata, the last one to call that GG. And you know what? Like, it doesn't matter how skilled you are and how well you can play and how talented you are. If you're given a lineup that's just very difficult to execute, the team that has the simpler lineup will win, and that's it. Like, they needed so many things to go their way in order to win this game, and none of them went their way. The Ember Spirit that was side laned so that he doesn't suffer on that mid lane, sidelines himself for half of this game by going like crazy aggressive on these heroes and just dies multiple times. Sniper goes out of position too.
Let's move on. That one was ugly.
Let's just go to game 3, guys.
We've got a decider match coming up in a second. To prepare for that, keep in mind, you go to GG.Bet.com, place and ensure your bet with the code SAVE, S-A-V-E. No queues, no rejections, no business hours. We do, however, have some needs to do because we've been casting for hours, and goddamn, we've been talking about street food for like 4 hours, and I need to get me some of that. Make sure to stay hydrated. Take a little break if you need it, but don't go anywhere. Game 3 decider, Winstrike, FlyToMoon, coming right up.